Hey, you. I'm preparing myself for the evening, for the rest because, hey, I would love to just rest and just wake up. But I know it's going to take a time. So, before I had to make some space on my phone, I deleted all the videos that I made in this day because, I have to let go of them because tomorrow, like I said, is a fresh day. And, you know, I was listening to Ralph Smart, the most motivational speaker. And today he was speaking. I saw a video about self love, how important it is to have self love. Yes, of course. That's what I have been working on. And then he also says, the true relationship with yourself is the best you first have to do for yourself. Of course, true love starts within. The best relationship you can have ever is with yourself. Definitely, because if you know who you are, then you know how to create the best relationships around you. But if you don't, then you're just fishing. You're just doing what you're doing. So, wow. And then at one moment, I just stopped out. I stepped out of that video because I was meditating, but Sito asked me a question. And then, I after that, I just called my ouma in South Africa because I haven't spoken to her like in a while, and she just wanted to know how I was going. And she was just, giving me strong words. She said, leave it in God's hands, because hey, Dennis will get what he's coming from because of what he's doing. She knows, and I know too. And her father and mother knows too. So, what I just love about when I speak to them, she's not my biological Oma, but hey, I see her as my Oma. One blood, one blood, one line. So I'm just not going to say that biological thing anymore because hey, it doesn't matter. They are there for me. She is there for me. And even in the moments that she lives over there, wow, even in her past, people always judge people. But, in the moments that I have when I speak to them, they're there for me. They remind me, stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong. And all their beautiful words that they give me, so I'm thankful for that. And I just love to talk with my Oma also. But her connection over there in South Africa always goes off in a while, and then it's short conversations. We had longer conversations before, but and I noticed the last periods, it's just been so short. But hey, that's okay. My sweet auntie, her daughter, is supporting me from out there in America. Still being there, even if she's going through her own process. Everyone goes through their own process. But my auntie reminded me, I'm always here for you, remember. Wow. That's what just a good mother's heart, a good child wants to hear, that their mother is there for them. Wow. Wow. My mother never could give that to me. I can give that to my children because I say, but wow. I'm not physical there now for them. But in my mind, in my thoughts, I'm there for them. And like I said, oh yeah, Ralph Smart. Like he said, because hey, I'm going to finish that video about self-love, like he said. And then I'm just going to check if there's more videos that I can get exhausted. Then I can just go and rest and meditate. And then there's a beautiful, bright day tomorrow to work on yourself. Hey, I found an ad, Gig Starter, on the internet. Hey, it's for artists or bookings. If you're an artist, then they can find you on that way. I made a profile, but hey, I guess the universe doesn't want me to be there because I added my link, my my email, the link, and then when they had to confirm it, it was confirmed what something was. Then I knew, let it be. This isn't my podium. This ain't my stage, like in the textile fabric on the stage. My stage is somewhere else. My stage is with my children. Always. And we like to perform, always, So I was reading some emails, from my sweet son. He's teacher now. Wow. I was glad I heard that name. I don't know if that's the same teacher that, I've heard before. But hey, I was wishing for that. Wow, for this period, of course, definitely. But hey, my biggest wish is with them, with me together. Oh, the Duchess, eh? The Duchess, man. Wow. I, in this world, I asked this question before, and not in this world, sorry, in this country, the Netherlands. If we would go and choose the white line and the foreign line, how many foreign people would be here? How many Dutch people will be here? And then I'm wondering, how can they keep their Dutch ways going if they're not helping us in our foreign ways in the best they can and just using us? Not everyone, but a lot they do. Wow. And Ralph Smart, oh yeah, that's also the beautiful thing, let's just swap through the good. um, about becoming mentally strong, of course. That's what, hey, brother, I know when he talks about self-love, that's true, That's what I learned the children. I found even a photo of my degree from psychology, that I did. Wow, of course. It's still in that home there with DB, yeah. Hey, the girls that came in there, the house, they saw it. You see my name? Yes. You see my name. Say my name. When no one is around you, say, baby, I love me. Destiny's Child. Because I am the destiny of my children. Always. And the children are the destiny of me. Always. So even in their minds, if they think they can raise, you can't raise a person if you can't raise yourself. It doesn't work like that. You can't raise a person if you don't have a pure heart, because it starts from the start. And a pure person wouldn't go with a person that isn't pure, and wouldn't keep their children away from a pure mother's heart, and would see and believe, hey, something is up. But people are blindsided. Not everyone, a lot. Because they were controlled. The Duchess, the way of the Duchess, how they there's a few that do give their pure love, definitely. But the Duchess are so cold. They are. So when you see their relationships, it's cold. They say they love, but it's a cold line because they aren't connected with that pure, straight line. Yeah. So that's the Duchess. You see that. That's why they are different than foreign people, because foreign people will offer you more food and this and that. Hey, that's even they compliment us about that. And some of them try to be like that. But if that's the culture in this land, that's the footprint. And they still can't let that go. How do you feel that people that walk on this ground would feel? All those disconnections. Because of the Duchess. Because they are cold. So you're walking on a cold ground. Disconnected cold ground. It's warm. It's warm when you are connected. And then you'll feel the right energy flowing in a straight line. And when I mean the straight line up and down, it's father up, mother on the ground. And all around us, that's our brothers and sisters. Working together with us. Yes. To keep the world safe, healthy, and loved for our little ones. Yes. Because everyone wants a better future for their little ones, isn't it? But how come? I see a lot that ain't doing that. They don't walk the talk. They talk the walk. I guess this is one of my jokes from my father, Spencer, in South Africa. I learned a lot of that from my father. Even when I do my hair, I don't even use a comb anymore. No, I don't use my comb. I had a comb there somewhere, but since I don't use a comb anymore. I use my hand. Oh yeah, my hands are my comb. Are my comb? My hand. My hands are my comb. It's my comb. Wow, because I remembered how my father always did his hair. I was watching it. It took ages, but I still had patience to think. But I did see how he was doing it. Because now, like I said in other video ever before, I said I learned from how to do my own hair. Wow, that's why I'm also gonna learn Nova. That's why they don't want to comb their hair. Nova doesn't want to comb her hair. I understand. So if you do it gently with the right material, Mama knows because Mama knows, and she can learn how to do her hair just with her hands. Simply as that. Mama works for the simple. Yes, you have to work hard for the simple if they took the simple parts away because they want to make it difficult. That's why I was thinking in a lot of ways so difficult because I was so high sensitive in the way of, okay, if they say this is this, then I believe that. I was like that. But if you do that in a person that's younger and you repeat that, of course they're going to live by that, like that. So I was, of course, making it difficult because I learned it from this world where I was living in. Not this world of people that were learning me as a child. So now at this age, 36, when I was 35 in December, wow. And I changed them. I found a better version of me. That was my Christmas present. Definitely. I have been many years, I have been thinking, wow, is these the years we're going through? That father being drunk and being his way like he always is. I was laying there in bed thinking, okay, is this my life? This is not a happy family celebrating New Year's. I had many years I was thinking like that. Wow, but this year, wow, even, what afterwards happened. I had the best New Year's ever. Even, do you know my mother's house? I was just relaxing there in that period because of my mother's specialist list. The people there don't even know. I used my mother's house as a student house that period. I remember myself how I was acting. I kept the jaloezie sometimes and how I was partying there. Wow, people. Hey, of course, people who didn't know me thought, hey, what's going on there? Is he okay? But hey, respect the people in their house. Yes, as long as I'm not out there shouting and screaming and attacking like a monster. Hey, I wasn't doing that, eh? Nah. If I was doing that, of course you had the right to come and say something to me. But I was in the house. And when I was outside, I was meditating or dancing for myself. It's free to dance outside. But the funny thing is, I was listening. Let's just skip that part because I'm thinking about Ralph Smart again. He says he roller skates every day because that brings him his self-love. So true. So I will keep on dancing every day. I will keep on dancing, singing every day, even if someone doesn't find my voice beautiful. It doesn't matter. It matters that I count, that I find it's better, and my children also. Like I said, man, woman. So, wow, man. Wow, woman. The key. So, my Oma, let's go to my Oma because I want to finish up this video for the evening. And then I'm going to listen to Ralph Smart again. But my Oma just said, wow, in the last sentence, just find the right path. The one that's yours from what our belief wants. Yeah. So, I know, Oma. I have been working on that many times. Which path are we gonna take? I already knew the path that I was walking with that DB. It was over. Yes, it was. It was already over. I could understand why I never spoke about him in my diaries, when I had the moment to write in my diaries. Because I knew somewhere. But I really didn't know how he is like I know now. I didn't know. A wolf in disguise, huh? But hey, how long can he be a wolf in disguise? How long? How long? Yeah, weird, huh? Because hey, I'm gonna work better on myself even more, like I said before, definitely. because it's about me and my children. And like my mom, my auntie said, and the other people, of course. First, become your version of you. Yes, what's my higher goal? Of course, my higher goal has always been raising my children. But, and also, God sees or our protectors, you know. I believe in that because I had many, many protection that's not touchable. Mm. And that's just since I've been working on myself better. That's a fact. So, and I've been understanding the people in the world better. That's a fact. But the best thing is to understand myself better. That's a fact. Because, you know, Ralph said also, it's good, you know, to speak your voice. Yes, to tell your truth, even if someone hurts you. It's important to set it out because, you know, that will bring you up to your better self love for yourself. Definitely. Like I said, that's why, you know, I say my therapy is on the internet. Ralph Smart gets it, he's intelligent. Other people who get it are also intelligent. Definitely. But a lot of people that use that against me, my beautiful strength, yeah, wow, they are in big trouble. Yes, big, big trouble. Because I don't have to lay a hand on it. No, that's just belief. That's why I stand for the belief. I will always preach for the belief. Because that's the road I'm heading. The belief. I was always there. I was always a child wondering about the belief. Sito. And you know, okay, but the belief had geloof. So you know, yes, I had a few moments, like I said, going to the church. One person offered me to come, but hey, I'm just gonna say no, thank you. Enjoy your journey because hey, you're not gonna steal my soul for that. No. I am going like I always went in life, and that's believing in my own true self. And believing not only in your own and believing in your surroundings, the people who are really there for you, and they don't just say they do. But you can only have people around you like that if I work harder on that part. Because I do meet people still, you know, they say, hey, yeah, and then the next one, they can't. Because, hey, that's life. But the belief, people. The belief, hey, the belief, the belief, the belief. In the wonders and in, you know, the protectors and in the belief, you know, one straight line. That's my work. That will be my work next to other. You know, we can be anything in the world, of course, because God gave us all the tools. Yes, Mother Earth too, but hey, what are we doing with Mother Earth? That's why a lot of people around the world are working for it, you know. So good, you know, how they're working for it. Wow, but some don't. There are so many people who found the core. Are there people out there who found the core in this war? The real core. I wonder, are there many more others like me? You know, because there are more like me, you know. I'm not the only one going through this, but I mean on the mindset thinking, you know. I have a friend, you know, but I'm searching for the ones like me. And there are ones that think, hey, where are ones like me too? Yes. So I guess, you know, they are all over the world. But because I'm living in this country, I will find them, even in this country. That's we will meet on a mystical way. Hey! That's the ring. Which one is it? Nova. This is Nova. So Nova was on the ground. Nova's grounded. Nova is, oh, this is Nova. Noah.